Okay, this is today's idea of the day. Ideaoftheday.com is about airplane safety. Now, the reason I'm talking about it now is because it's in the news right now. But this is not a new idea, at least for me. I came up with this idea literally the day after 9/11. Actually, probably the same day as 9/11, because at the time I was shocked, like everyone else. But I was shocked for a second reason. I thought that a plane wasn't capable of smashing into a building. That is to say, they've had autopilot and GPS and all sorts of other stuff on planes that you would have thought, or at least I thought back then, that the plane itself would know that, hey, I can't fly here. I'm going to fly away. I'm not going to let you do something harmful to the passengers of the plane, or in this case, to the building and the people in it. Okay, so here's this thing. This is not science fiction. We have drones that can fly into a combat zone, drop a bomb, get back where they're going, dodge a missile, and land safely. This is not science fiction. We have cars that when we back up, if they sense there's a kid behind them, it'll apply the brakes. Google has cars that drive themselves from beginning to end and don't even have a steering wheel. Now, I know people are saying, or at least pilots are probably saying, you need a pilot. You have to have somebody manning that because humans are better than robots. Well, we're not saying replace the pilots, but if the pilot is doing something that's going to render somebody harm, the plane should kick in and take over. That's not complicated, is it? But that's what should have been done 15 years ago, and I can't believe that all they focused on was the door. When they focused on the door 15 years ago, I was sitting there scratching my head saying, those people were training to be pilots. They're training to be pilots. In a matter of time, pilots would be the bad guys. They would need to break the door down in the first place. Sooner or later, I said, they are going to be the pilot. And now we're locking them in. That's just what happened. We had a bad co-pilot, or it could have been the bad pilot. Doesn't matter. We had somebody on the other side of the door that meant to do harm. Well, la-di-da. Lock the door. That was a brilliant idea. What were they thinking? That's how you solve it? You try to block people from using their nail clippers and force their way into the cockpit? No. I don't care if they get in the cockpit. I don't care if they're the pilot. The plane itself should have a self-defense mechanism. It's not that difficult. If somebody is going to do something harmful, the plane should go away from the harm. If there's a building, it should fly away from the building automatically and with no ability for the pilot to override. Do you get that? It's not that complicated. Planes should never be allowed to do harm. In fact, that's like Isaac Asimov's first rule of robotics, if you're into science fiction books. They shall do no harm to human beings. It's not that difficult. Let's get planes that do this. That's today's idea of the day. Thanks for watching.